This week on the show, we're featuring Rhodolite, 7 jokes, raspberry hefeweizen on why I buy that, 1 minute of chess, and lots of classic Jacob. Why is your head called a noggin? Because that's where you put the noggin. Gulp, 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 gulp. Christmas in July joke. Let's start the show. Better late than never. Cheers to you lovely folks. Thank you for coming by and saying hello. Always the greatest love to you. For showing love to me and to the rest of you in the Gemstone community. Cheers. This piece I started a little while ago. And I actually look and see, when did I start this piece? People ask me how long does it take to cut a gem. Sunday, March 7th, 2021. So I started this piece back in March, that's when this video was taken, and I finished it yesterday. Wasn't quite sure how I wanted to finish it out, and that's going to come through after the next video, I believe. I had sort of an idea for sort of a wedge, like a a rounded wedge of, well, sort of what you see, except it was going to be asymmetrical. But I didn't really like that. I didn't like how it was turning out. It wasn't giving me the right flare. There's actually a cleave point, and on that 90-degree and the underside, the pavilion facets, one of those is a natural cleave, but I turned it a little bit so it doesn't cleave again. And then the other one matches it, and it's just kind of rounded on the bottom. Really like how I got the light to shine through it for the photo there. Took a great finish. It's not the best rhodolite I cut, but I think it's going to be a fantastic daywear gem. Part of a little set that I was inspired to cut this week alone. I cut more gems this week than I've cut in a long time. Just got some inspiration, and I went with 4 different gems. So we got this one. There's 2 of them that are almost done-ish-esque, and then one of them that's like, not sure how long that's going to take. It's that piece of citrine. It's so zonular. Look at this light area and this dark area. What am I going to do about that? So I'm looking at that. And there's this piece of striped amethyst. I was thinking we'd go for like a torch look to it, but it I don't know. It's not really turning out. It kind of is. I guess it's coolish. We'll probably just finish it up. Leave it a torch, feature it, and find somebody who loves it. I don't know. Either way, I love it. It's a great little torch thing. But it's got those chevron stripes, and a lot of chevron is opaque. But this actually has the stripefuliness to it. I can't hear the grinder. Oh, there we go. A little bit of that. Hi, Colette. Welcome to the show. Thank you for coming by. We're cutting this rhodolite this week. Rhodolite, man, it's so hard to cut because there are like hard spots that I'll put it on the grinder like that, and it's going down, it's going down, it's going down. Stop. Now, I've had times when the wheel does get caked. It'll get a little cakey, especially with like some rose quartz, but for the most part, it's just because we hit a hard spot in that stone, and it doesn't want to give up the crystal. And, sometimes I actually change the shape of the gem when that happens. It's almost like the gem wants to be a different shape. But sometimes they're tough, and they They need the love of firm grip. And so we just kind of grind them out, and then usually they end up pretty symmetrical. They turn out really beautiful. The gems like to be polished and shaped. They look happy. And I like that. Happy gems. So, let's see. At that point, I had cleared the sides so that I could see in it. And right there, I need to change the video. But I can also see if there's any cracks or deep inclusions or big bubbles. And there are some, there's actually some bubbles in it, but they're not real bad. They're kind of a nice inclusion. Where is it? Where is it? Right there, baby. Yeah. Thought about trying to use the edge of the wheel to keep the heart shape of it. But it never really turns out. I get this weird like the pit in the concave area. The center of it never really works out, and it's like a scoopy shape. And that's not very hardy if it has that scoopy shape. It has to be a pew point. That's a heart. And also, like, you know, it comes up and rounds in. The best I can get is a 45-degree angle. I mean, other than that, it's like less, which that's okay as long as it's sharp. But a nice curve in that really makes it look like a heart. It's supposed to be. I looked up the lore on the heart shape, and originally the first time that a heart shape was used to depict giving love was a medieval book where there was an illustration of a lover presenting a pear. And the pear, it looks like an upside down heart shape because, it's pear. And the pear was supposed to be a really special fruit. I love fruit. And I could see that. I love fruit. Let's see, that's pretty much all there is to talk about with this stone. I mean, we cut it. It's there. It's a thing. And it worked out. Oh, wait a minute. Are we in the way of the microscope? The Scopocam. Let's fire it up. So, let's see. Oh, also, I'm gonna do the thing where we look at opal today. Let's see. We'll look at the opal to try and get an update. We will look at Christina and Son Go Squad's Chocolate Opal 5. Powered up. Covers off. Thing. Switch overified. Alrighty. Now. Lid off. Pew, pew, pew. Zoom in so we can see a little better. Oop, there we go. A little bit of that. Oh, there's a crack on top. Look at that. That's why you gotta look at things with a loop. That crack didn't show up in the picture, did it? So I do need to go a little farther. I think I will. We'll go down with some 2000 grit and take those striations out of the top, because those are all deep sanding marks. Oh, there's the inclusions. See the little sparkly bubbles showing up. I like this gem. I hope the person who gets it likes it too. There we go. You can kind of see in there a little bit better. Give you a feel for the gem and its inclusions and its pavilion and the window. I kind of like having a little bit of a window on Rhodolite because it's so dark. And if I'm not going to be able to return a flare out of the crystal edge, then I want to be able to see through it and get some of the color. But this window is actually at a bit of an angle, and so it returns that little bit of flare at just the right angle. There. That light red brightening up. And it does that because it's slightly off angle on the bottom. Dropping it. Dropping it while it's hot. It's kind of hot. It's a hot stone. Yeah. A little bit thicker on the one side. Just barely. But that is our piece of Rhodolite for this week. Hey, Leprechaun TV. Cheers, buddy. What you cooking? What's on the grill? What you got coming up this week, Home Slice? Some slices of cheese at home. I put those on the grill. Everybody loves a little cheese. There we go. That's showing a little bit of the love that shows up with this gem. See the way the flare moves about with the opalescence? It's kind of the result of having it being rounded over. It's a very day wear gem. I love the day weariness of it. Like, you could totally wear this thing during the day if you wear gems. I should probably wear jewelry or, you know, stones or something. I just put them in my pocket. Carry them around like pirate master king of the world. I got gems, baby. Gems. It's usually kind of like, I'm just working on some pieces, so I put them in my pocket. So when I'm bored or something, I can pull them out and try to figure out the plan to deal with things like this stupid crack. Looks like we're going to have to put some little facets in the face. Kind of clean those up. Because I didn't put any facets on the top. I figured I'd eat the top down and kind of see where it went from there. I think that'll actually help if we do that. If we lower this top down, the depth of those scratches, I think we will actually be able to get rid of that chip. And then we will have a finished gem. I like it. It's happy stone. Hot Seat Thursday. Oh man, that sounds like fun. Hey, Leprechaun TV. So, Tom Kelly, which we need to get on the show for an interview. Been talking about that. Need to do the interviews, right? He was talking about like a gong show, but for steak. And then they're calling it the Tong Show. You should be on that, man. Yeah. Look up the Tong Show. The Tong Gong Show. And, check that out. Because you would be good on there, man. I got to check out this Hot Seat Thursday. Ooh, some unboxing videos. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done any of that. I did the Ninja Sword unboxings. Alright, so this thing, I polished, I ground off the bad stuff, and I polished up the side, but I didn't have enough time to really give it a good, clean polish. So I'm wondering about this piece. I still don't know. It's going to show more of the blues. I mean, it already is showing more of that blue, but there's just not a whole lot of it. And it's so far down in there, those little blue... The little blues that show up. When they don't show up, I get the blues. Okay, there we go. There's some blue in there. That kind of gives us an idea. Okay, so maybe I can roll the blues off of that. Because it would be kind of neat to just have this like rounded, this be like a rounded over piece on a ring. And then in the right light, those blues will show up. Oh, I see them. IRL. So yeah, we're going to have to polish this up and get it a little glassier and see if we can get the blues to show in that side. There they are on the top too. All kinds of blue. There's a little bit of the green and the fire agateness still in there in this corner. Trying to get that to show, but that did not want to show for us. It just it chipped off. That's what happened with this side of it. It just clinked off. And that's why I've got this little piece here where it just kind of fell off while I was grinding on it. And we're going to actually kind of work with this one a little bit on the side, but mostly I'm going to work with that bigger piece first. Oh, I see some blues in there. maybe we should work with this one first. Be like a little bit of a practice piece. Yeah. The reason I'm just like not gung ho about working with this piece is because it's got all this sediment. I mean, this is the one I ground that little window in so we can see through that. That's actually the potch, the opal crystal. And I think that's why it's showing blue, is because of that light that comes up through it. Look at that blue. So I'm going to try and, that's our plan. I'm going to try and work this one, and that will teach us how to work the second one. Cheers! Oh man, I forgot the chat bot again. And after I put a reminder up, okay, here we go. Gotta do this one, connect, this one, connect. We got chat bots for part of the show. Which we're almost done with the show because I don't have a lot of content this week. But at least I got a nice piece of Rhodolite. Yeah. I think next week we'll be featuring that striped amethyst, if I can get that to turn out. I'll show you that thing. And I've got, let's see, I've got some carnelian, some citrine, some amazonite, and a big piece of rose quartz that's almost done. It's almost done, I just need to finish it up. I should show it. It was a very inspired piece of quartz. I was like, a seashell! And it didn't turn out like a seashell. But it's still there. Alright, so that's the video. So notice how it has a sort of a wedgie on one side and not the other. So I was going to leave that, but it wasn't looking right. So I wound up grinding it out. On the last video, right here. Hey, Gromy's made it. All right. Colette says the tiny piece has lots of blue. It does. There you go. You can see on the one side I got that big angle, and on the other side, no big angle. So I put the big angle on both sides. Ground a lot of rhodolite out of that tiny little piece. But it worked. I think it turned out. It turned out to be lovely. Okay, actually, yeah, that's, I was supposed to show you this, striped amethyst, and how am I going to do that when we can't see stripes? I'll put a little bit of water on there. There we go. We can kind of see the stripes a little bit more-ish. You know, we'll look at it again once I feature it. But it just kind of turned out to be this sort of a torch thinger. And I mean, as much as it's not necessarily turning out to be a gemmy gem, it is a cool piece, you know. It's definitely an intriguing little triangular torchy torch. I like it. We're sticking with it. We're sticking with that shape. Here is the piece of rose quartz. Yeah. I was going to make it into a seashell, and it didn't quite turn out, but I like how it's turning out. So far, it's got like big wings, it's got a necktie in the middle, it's kind of thicker, but then I got it kind of turning like a banana. So that way, if it's made into a necklace, it'll kind of give you that, you know, looking down on it view, looking at it from the side view, and it'll have like a difference in the back, not just in the front. So I think it's going to be able to be a feature like this. I'm going to try and actually finish this out by hand with on the desk with sandpaper. So it shouldn't, I mean, without power tools, it shouldn't change much. So that's the microscope portion. Do I have anything for why I buy that? Jello shot. Good picture, Jake Bud. Yeah, that's great. Jello shots. Jello shots are not the topic on why I buy that. But they are something I bought. Have you ever bought Jello shots? And why do you buy those? They were $1, and they look delicious, and they look like gems, and you can eat them with your tongue, and they're $1, and so that's why I buy those. But that's not the right picture. That's not what we were talking about. Something similar to Jello shots, though. Definitely. Where is the product shelf? We got this picture. Didn't actually have any store product shelves. I was like, let's just talk about the beer that we reviewed on the beer review panel. So I got a beer to review. Yep. That tap list is basically where I was ordering from. Otherwise, I've got to listen to a busy bartender go over, there's this, there's this, there's this. If you know that there's different types of beer, you can be like, I preferably like this one, generally speaking. And they'll get you one. You sort of like the hefeweizen. I could have said, yeah, give me a wheat beer. He'd have been like, well, we got a raspberry hefeweizen. But I looked it up on this big list, and I was like, bam, and I got, the job done quick. I knew what I was after. So I also thought I'd take a picture of the list because it has the 18 IBUs and 4.9% alcohol level. And to be honest, it was like a 4 out of 5 because it was too hoppy to be a good wheat beer. It tasted more like an India Pale Ale, an IPA. Very much hoppy. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't that good. But it wasn't 5 out of 5 good, but it was 4 out of 5 good. I'll give them that much. I don't do alcohol. It's not my friend. It's nobody's friend, Benny. But we still drink it anyway for some reason. It makes the party better. Makes the after party better. And that's why I buy that. I was like, there's music. I'm going out to enjoy things and hang out and not be around the same seat. And, because you go and you work and then you come back to relax, and it's nice to have a nice spot to relax at. And I got my command center here, but then it gets old. I've got to go out. I thought there's music. I thought there's a beer. There's people on the internet who are interested in seeing this beer. So I shared it, and I drank it. And sharing it means just taking a picture. I don't actually have to give anybody else another drink. That's the end of the Rhodolite video? It is, too. That is the end of all of that Rhodolite video. And we're like totally at the end of the flinkin' show. How about a little bit of this type of video while we do the rest of the show? And that's why I buy that. Okay, so jokes, chess, then we're done. I promise. So, where are we with jokes for this? The best part of what is a horrible experience, the joke portion of the program. I was wondering about this one. It's not done yet, but we're putting it in the show anyway. Why did the captain take his boat to the mechanic? It needed a tune-up. Did I tell that joke last week? Straighten me out if I did. What exercise is the best exercise for the middle of the day? Lunges. That's why they call it lunge time. Apparently, the third world countries have developed a Bluetooth for their donkeys. Now they can all drive smartasses. Why was the skier in a hurry? He wanted to skedaddle. Let's see. The church has a new online payment processing app called PayPal. Church joke. Why is your head called a noggin? 'Cause that's where you put the nog in. Glug, glug, glug. Christmas in July joke. Love that one. All right, almost done. Let's see. My heart is broken. I feel drained. Like my belly has no food in it. But more like my heart has no food in it. And neither of those are the parts of me I want to feel drained. But with lumber prices so high, my morning wood makes me feel like a millionaire. The last one. Why did Beowulf keep hunting Dracula? He wasn't down for the count. But he certainly is down for the joke portion of the program. And I'm glad you all hopefully avoided that. Let's get to the chess portion. I'll roll a little bit more roto. A little bit more roto roll. Roto row. We're gonna row the roto. I don't know, man. I am not in the mood to play some chess, but we're gonna try it anyway. See if we can just like move, make moves, do moves. Moves and moves. We're chess ready. Alright, but we won last week, so that's alright. Maybe we can win again this week. Let's see how it turns out. Uh-oh, somebody's there. Oh no, who would do that? That way. That way. That way. Keep going, baby. Giddy up. Bam. And it's too loud. I can't hear anything. Oh no. I should have been careful. I don't know what I'm doing. Uh-oh, is it my turn? Shit. I ran out of time, didn't I? Shouldn't have done that. Eee. That didn't work out. Okay, let's see, we'll go there. Don't know what I'm doing. Don't have a plan. Let's see, we're gonna go like this. Don't have a plan. Gotta have a plan. We won! We won! Boo! Boom! You win, I win, we win. It's a great win for all of us. That was fantastic. Thank you, GT Mike 4. Wow, he was 255 and we were like 100 loser. So anyway, let's see how we were doing because I really screwed up there with the time. I think I threw him off of his game, and that's mostly... If I play and I look at the computer and I watch the computer and stuff and I take the tips, it's the same game of chess over and over. So a lot of times I'll try to build a thing, and then we turn out winning. So let's see where we almost actually made some progress. Okay, so these are all textbook, pretty straightforward. Okay, that's where we started losing. He started losing. All pretty much textbook, standard, pretty straightforward. That was a loss. That was weird. I guess, I mean, I can see that because our pawn trading pretty much just opened the center of the board. Okay, so that queen and the knight. Do either of us know what we're doing? These are all like, who does that? Okay, so that knight was actually a really bad idea. Okay. They started turning around. I guess they probably didn't like what I had going on because of his queen and bishop being over here, but I mean, I've got the ability to castle my king on either side. I don't really have an attack mounted, but I mean, I was taking his bishop, and I got a pawn in the third of the last row. So, I mean, from what I see, I can actually build off of this. I was going to clean up this corner, Probably use the queen and the rook to take his queen. Probably, a dual sacrifice. But we don't know. It's a 1-minute game of chess. And basically what happened is he ran out of time for me. Wait, is that... Okay. Yep, that's the end. And then he ran out of time. That's what happens when you play bullet chess live against Jacob and his audience. You are all fantastic people. I hope that you have a fantastic week. It's always awesome to see you. Wait, where are we? Live scene. There we go. Let it roll. What do we got? Another little piece of something to roll on the way out. We'll just roll this beautiful Amazonite footage. Give you just a little bit of something as we round out the show. Thank you all for coming by. How to Garden made it. Ah, man, it's good to see you. It's been a little while. Martial Artist 2012 made it. Winner, winner. Hey, Martial Artist, the funny thing is, I was thinking about having some barbecue chicken. What would Leprechaun TV recommend? Probably some barbecue chicken. But definitely some awesomeness, because that's what we got. You guys are fantastic. Let's see, Leprechaun TV's got Hot Seat coming up on Thursday and some unboxing videos. So don't forget to miss that. Anything else that you guys got going on, go ahead and drop it in the chats. I want to wish everyone for coming by to have a great week. Colette S., Chris the Phenomenon stopped by. Jeanette Korzenko made it. Thank you for chatting with me, Jeanette Korzenko. I was sad and Jeanette chatted with me and she cheered me up. That is a great, that is awesome. I love that. Because that's just spreading the joy. And, Jacob Downey showed up. He was talking about some stuff. And Leprechaun TV showed up. He throwed us that 4-leaf clover, and that's not just for me. That's for all of you. He loves all of you out there. So he's coming by, just like Romy's homies came by, and he didn't say hello to just me. He said hello all. That means you. Even if you weren't here for the show, it's you. He's talking about you. Yeah, he's saying hello to you, and he's a great guy. So feel proud about that. Just like YouTube Administrator, what a great chat bot. Thanks for being part of the show. And even more so, Benny Loco stopped by. Benny shared the show. I got a note that Benny shared the show. That is just freaking awesome. Benny is so great. I can't even. That's why words aren't enough. So glad you all made it for the joke portion of the show. Martial Artist 2012, thank you for coming by. How to Garden, always a pleasure to see you, man. I hope to see you guys next week. And every week at 9 p.m. Eastern. Or somewhere close to.